Yeah, Jody, 4-year-old Lloyd Morgan has become a symbol of the gun violence that people are experiencing in New York this summer. They keep saying this summer seems to be the worst one in recent memory. Today, the boy's alleged killer, one of 3 men who has been charged in his shooting death, was in court facing charges.
Expects their child to be shot at 4.
The grief and loss of Lloyd Morgan's mother are felt by all New Yorkers in this summer of gun violence. 4-year-old Lloyd is the latest victim to die by a stray bullet fired during a gunfight between 3 men a week ago at the Ghetto Angels charity basketball tournament. Lloyd was steps away in a nearby Bronx playground, his mother's devastating grief on display.
You don't even understand how this affects someone with a boy, let alone a small boy.
17-year-old Rondell Pinkerton has been charged with the boy's murder and was in Bronx Supreme Court today. His attorney waived his right to testify in front of a grand jury, saying it was more than likely that he'd be indicted for the murder.
The defense is at a disadvantage. We don't have any of the ballistics. We don't have the autopsy. We don't have any of the police reports. I don't even have a copy of his statement.
Pinkerton's family came to support their son but had no words for reporters. His lifelong friend, 20-year-old Chris Delgado, got the only courtroom acknowledgement from the orange-clad inmate. Despite the medical examiner removing fragments of a bullet from Lloyd that most likely matches Pinkerton's gun, his friend claims that he's innocent and that he expresses sympathy to the Morgan family. But the questions that he couldn't answer: did Pinkerton graduate from school? Does he hold a job? Has he ever been known to use other guns? Or is he a member of a gang?
You know what folks can do? They can work and cooperate with the police department, with the detectives, with the judicial system, and point a finger.
Even though shootings have been steadily on the rise citywide since 2009, Diaz says stop and frisk isn't working, that instead witnesses need to step up and turn criminals in.
We got to put these individuals behind bars for the rest of their lives.
So while the people are calling for the community to turn out and bear witness to this, as there were 100 people who were around that area when Lloyd Morgan was shot, they want those witnesses to come forward to talk to police and give them the information they need. There has been an outpouring of support amongst the community for Morgan's family. More than $12,000 has been raised for his funeral services and for a memorial fund to be set up. His funeral is now scheduled for Wednesday night. The Reverend Al Sharpton is expected to eulogize him. Live in the Bronx, I'm Kirsten Cole. Pix 11 News, to you, Jody.